A few years ago, we've had her on our podcast, but twice at Mastermind, we had Allison Levine. Now, Allison Levine led the first all-female group to climb Mount Everest. And in our very first ascent of Everest, she didn't make it. And it was interesting. She brought back the pictures and the stories, and she was years on the speaking circuit. And then years and years later, she went back again, and this time they ascended the Eiger. It was interesting in her talk where she would sometimes talk about that you'd have to go backwards. So you'd climb up, and then the air got thin, and the altitude became tougher. You'd climb up, and then you'd come back down a little bit. And you'd climb up, and you'd come back down a little bit so your body could adjust. And so sometimes, like this whole dynamic of one foot in front of the other, that she said sometimes you got to go down to go up. And so that happens with us all. So sometimes we get so depressed, we get so down, we get fatalistic because something bad happened or something's difficult or we took a step back. And sometimes it's exactly part of the process. In fact, a lot of the times it is. So we're climbing the mountain, the good life mountain, and we're moving forward, and then we have a setback, a disappointment, and we come back down and we think, oh my God, that's the end of it all. The climb is off. I'm never going to reach my goal. I'm done, and I give up. And a lot of people do that. But what we may not have realized is that setback was a part of the journey. We had to come down to come back up. And that, that the failure wasn't fatal. We have to keep going.